What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the Brown Gen. In this video, I've got some airdrop updates for you, so let's get into it. Before we do, the disclaimer, nothing I say is financial advice. I'm just a guy on YouTube, and help me out by hitting the like button, sharing the video, and subscribing to the channel. Also, if you want access to my paid services, they're all linked down below, especially if you want to get in on those virtual Genesis launches. Our community is basically crushing them. So let's get into the first airdrop update, which is on Maple Story Universe's token NXPC, which went live today. You can claim this token till August 15th by visiting their website. Just a couple things I will mention here. You'll have to be using MetaMask. You'll have to import whatever wallet you have onto MetaMask. And then, depending on where you are in the world, you may see a geo-block. From what I've heard, if you have a VPN in countries like Switzerland or Indonesia, not saying that I tell you to do it, but that's what I've heard people have been doing to be able to claim, that has worked out. The price of the token actually started off very high, between mid $3 to $4, and now it's come down quite a bit, which reinforces that thesis that I always tell you guys. You're better off just selling airdrops unless you have very high conviction in very specific tokens due to a very unique product market fit. Now, the next update is on the Solana Named Services, or SNS. They had their token generation event as well a couple of days ago, so you can get their airdrop as well as participate in their DOTS campaign. All you got to do is go to the airdrop.sns.id website, and you'll see multiple airdrops. So there's 3 of them. There's airdrop 1 for early supporters. So if you've had a Sol address, you've probably checked it before, you can connect your wallet and check, or put your address in and check, and then you can claim after. There's also some other campaigns, which I'm not going to get into. I don't really think it's worth the time, but if you want to go in, it's sort of like Zeely and sort of layer 3 and all that other nonsense. It's just a bunch of activities you do to sort of get more dot points or whatever. But to get your claim, I put in the browngen.sol and connect my wallet. You see here, I had 14,671 SNS. And basically with this, I claimed it and I sold it on Jupiter. You can see the price of the token has gotten completely wrecked. So if you haven't claimed already, you might as well go in and get that money. For me, it was like $60. Kamino Finance has finally given us an update. They have concluded season 3 and they've taken a snapshot, and they have an update on what season 4 looks like. So first things first, you want to find out how you did? Well, head on over to the checker, which obviously everything is linked down below. You can see here on one of my wallets, I got like 7,000 Kamino almost, which is not bad. And basically what you can see here is some details on the airdrop. It's a linear airdrop, which is consistent with all the ones in the past. And obviously they have some number crunching here based on if you staked Kamino token or not. As you know, I wasn't staking it anymore. And season 4 will basically begin shortly after season 3 distribution. So we have a bit of a gap between when they took this snapshot and once the distribution happens. Once that happens, that's when we'll get season 4, and it will be based on usage of their Kamino Lend version 2, Kamino Swap, and Kamino Real World Assets. So very interesting to see what this looks like. Taking a look at the comments, a lot of people were very, very unhappy. One person put $50,000 in the vault for 6 months, and they got $44. Somebody put 1.5K through season 3 and received $9. Well, let's just be honest here, guys. I tell you guys, when you farm airdrops or whatever, you're way better off using the protocol to earn you some money. If you want to know how to use platforms like Aave and Kamino to make you money, watch this video. I will link it down below. It has basically led to the majority of my gains in the last 18 months. Another airdrop for you guys. Well, airdrop update technically. As you know, we have been playing the Genesis launches on virtuals. As of a couple of days, you're able to stake your virtual tokens by going to the virtual page on the virtuals platform. You can stake from from a week all the way to 2 years, and you will be getting distributed airdrops based on the total VE virtual that you hold. Okay, won't go into too many details, but obviously sort of the longer duration and the bigger amount you do, the more VE virtual you get. You can see here, I have 8,000 virtual that's locked for a week, and I have 150 virtual that's locked for 2 years. And the 150 locked virtual for 2 years is giving me triple the amount of VE virtual that the 1 week is, which obviously makes sense, as well as there being a decay on it. But definitely check it out. These things will show up in your wallet as they look like spam or scam, like around the bank, but just go into virtuals and you can basically see if you've got it. And one thing I will tell you and remind you, do not sell these airdrops. If you sell them, it pauses your airdrop allocation. So my recommendation, if you do want to sell, is accumulate enough of them and then sell it versus selling early and then not getting any more. And a lot of those tokens, you know, after a certain point, they sort of stagnate on their value. So might as well. And you can see here, basically in the first 24 hours, and when I was only staking with the 1 week component, I had 68 VE virtual. I got $36 basically. So very cool. Definitely check it out. Update with DeFi Tuna. DeFi Tuna is a stable coin. Well, you can lend stable coins and everything on there. They're doing a token generation event, and basically they did a snapshot, which is incredible because there's no milking, no nothing like that. They say no endless airdrop extortion. Very soon we're gonna find out how much we're eligible for. So if you've been farming DeFi Tuna and you've been sort of providing stable coins or whatever on their platform, congratulations. Next update for you guys is on Huma Finance. I do apologize because I don't need AdSense revenue, so I don't do videos like every day or whatever like some other creators. But basically, you have probably 24 hours from when this video gets posted to go ahead and claim any Scroll, Galaxy, or Discord campaign rewards you have for Huma Finance. Just go to the link here and you can see you can basically go and do one of all three or whatever you want to do. Deadline May 16th, 11:59 UTC. Also, speaking of Huma Finance, as you guys know, I am sort of farming it as well. So I'm going to include a link to my referral link if you want to join. Here's what I will say for those people who say, hey, I already got enough exposure. Every time the stablecoin pools will open, they only last for maybe 24 hours, probably less. And even if you've got your fill, there is some arbitrage to be made. So what I do is, maybe this is bad, I don't know, but I will go in and buy extra PST USDC, and I'll do it because I can eventually go on Jupiter a couple days later, and you can see here, you are getting like a 2.3% premium now. Yeah, $1,000 turned to $1,023, but where are you getting a 2.3% return on your money right away? So if you've got a significant amount of money you want to do this, let's see what 10,000 looks like. Yeah, scales very well. Still around 2.3%. You'd make $225 in like a few days. For me, it's as close to risk-free as you can get, especially if you're farming the protocol. So definitely worth checking out. If you have been participating with On-Chain Heroes, which is on the Abstract ecosystem, basically each Genesis ring holder is allocated 16,729 Pengu tokens. I think that comes out probably to like $200 at this price point. You have until 9 a.m. Eastern today, which will likely be 12 hours, 14 hours from when this video is posted, to basically make sure you've got that ring if you don't have it already, because the snapshot time will be taken around here. So you have some time. And obviously, if you've already got the ring, it doesn't matter. You'll get the Pengu drop. Also, for those of you who are farming the Abstract Ecosystems airdrop and you're looking for badges, there's a new Flash badge that's available, Office Worker by Promotion Royale. And basically, you've got to play a few games and, you do that. And once you reach 20 XP, you accept the call from the boss and accept the promotion. So definitely focus on getting that because obviously the badges probably going to play some significant role, unlike the scroll badges, which all we did was pay for them. And finally, the last thing I want to say is I know some of you followed me for my Hyperliquid ecosystem posts. Well, there have been a ton of airdrops going on in that ecosystem for the people who hold IPO wealthy babies. I think that's one of the best ways to get exposure to the ecosystem. And every so often, you will see tons of projects that will just airdrop tokens into your wallet. Right before this video, I basically sold like $130 or $150 worth of Buddy into Hype. And all you got to do is go to a platform like this called Liquid Swap or liquid.ag. And you can literally see in your wallet all these things that just get sent to you. You got like 2850 of EVM. I never bought this. Size 679. Just go in here, claim, and trade them and sell them. I know some of you like to hold tokens. I like to just hold Hyperliquid. So up to you guys. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the like button if you did. Thanks again for watching. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.